In the last set of videos, we talked about triangles and triangular shapes. Remember, they were shapes that have 3 sides and 3 angles. In this video, we're going to talk about different types of shapes, and they're called quadrilateral shapes. In this case, quad means 4. Whenever you think of quad, you can also think of quad bikes. Quad bikes are bikes that have 4 wheels, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So quad just means 4, and lateral means sides. So again, these are shapes that have 4 sides. Triangles have 3 sides, but quadrilateral shapes have 4 sides. And we need to know some of the properties of these different types of shapes. And we're going to go through quite a few in a second. But the different types of properties is all of these quadrilateral shapes have 4 sides, right? So if we have this, in this case it's a rectangle and that's a quadrilateral shape, we can first put down the vertexes. So we can call this vertex here A, this here B, this C, and this D. Remember, if we want to name the sides, what we have to do is we have to look at the vertex that join together. So in this case, A and B join together to make the side AB. So we can call this side AB. And here, this side is between B and C, so we call it BC. This side here is between this side here is between C and D, so we call it CD. And we can call this side A, because it's between A and D, vertex A and D, we can call it AD. Right? So this is an example of a quadrilateral shape, and it has 4 sides. In this case, AB, BC, CD, and AD. So all quadrilateral shapes have 4 sides. They also have 4 angles. So one angle here, one angle right there, one here, and one here. They always have 4 angles, and they have to add up to 360. Remember, triangles have to add up to 180. In this case, for quadrilateral shapes, they have to add up to 360. And in this case, for this rectangle here, each of these angles is actually a 90-degree angle. So if we do 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90, because we have 4 right angles, we would get to 360. So everything would fit into the whole properties that these shapes have to have. And last thing is we can draw diagonals. So a diagonal is simply if we go from, for example, point A to point C and draw a straight line for the middle, we're more or less halving the shape. That's what we call a diagonal. And we can draw through these shapes, we can draw diagonals. This would be one diagonal here. So you can see we've drawn a rectangle, but if we have a diagonal in the middle, now we have 2 triangles. This here from A, B, C, D, this part here would be a triangle. And then the other one here is also a triangle. So now we've gone from one rectangle to 2 triangles if we draw a diagonal for the middle. Right? So in these shapes we can draw diagonals. Now quadrilateral shapes is just a general term, and these properties always have to be the case for these shapes. But we're going to go through some really specific examples in the next video. So for example, we talk about the rhombus, which is this part here. This is the rhombus. This one here, R for rhombus. We've got the kite. We have the rectangle here, we have the square, and we have the parallelogram. These are 5 examples of quadrilateral shapes, but we'll cover them in the next video, next couple of videos.